Hi, I'm Natalia Dank from the Agile HR Community, and today I have Kate Rand with me, who is one of our very first Agile HR certified practitioners and a star participant in our first program in London earlier this year. I'm going to ask Kate a few questions about what it was like to do the program and also what she's done with her Agile HR skills since. Hi, Kate.
Hi, thanks, Natalia. My background to sort of get me to where I am right now is I come from operations. I've been in management, senior management and HR. I've been in the tech space working in HR for a number of years and most recently at a company called Beyond, which is where I'm at now, where I fulfill the role of people director, which is where I came across the Agile HR course.
Fabulous. Excellent. And I suppose my very first question is, what motivated you to come and join us for our first Agile HR Certified Practitioner program?
So, as I mentioned, this is a movement that I've been very enthusiastic about for a while. Being in the tech space means that I have been in and around Agile environments for quite some time. And it's something that's always been in the back of my mind that, HR is can be quite archaic, quite stagnant. And it would be fantastic if there was some way that you could apply the Agile methodologies that they use in software and actually put those into good use in sort of the operational disciplines. Obviously, the Agile HR movement itself has been kind of going for a little while. And then when I saw the course, it was basically a no-brainer. It was absolutely everything that I was looking for.
Great. And so I suppose pretty kind of stemming from that, as a HR leader, why do you think it's so important to learn Agile HR at the moment?
So I think it's exceptionally important, and one of the reasons for that is that organisations are changing at an accelerated rate due to the impact of technology. And this isn't just in the tech sector, this is across the board. HR is not set up to be adaptable in itself, and I think anyone who has done CIPD studies or anything like that will agree that whilst best practice is great and it's good to learn those things, if that's your only source of education around how HR can function, you can end up being quite static, and you will run the risk of actually falling behind the organisation that you're working with. I think that Agile HR is a fantastic cure to that. And I think as a movement itself, it really does go some way to actually meet the needs of businesses now and businesses of the future. And also really helps HR support the employees as they move through the change in the organisations too.
Yeah, no, that's great. And definitely why we think it's so important to actually have the program out there. So great to have you in the community. Now that you've done the program, and you also did the follow-up assessment, what's your overall feedback on the learning experience that you had?
So for me, it wasn't enough. I wanted more. The 2 days were excellent, and it got to the end of it, and I wish that I could have spent like a week talking to people that were there. But I think the guided discussion was really important. It gave us a chance to actually share as a group of people some of the initiatives we wanted to work on, some of the challenges we were facing, and really sort of made it real. I also think the fact that we left the 2 days with tools that we could then go and apply straight away to the organisation in the forms of some of the exercise and workshops we did was brilliant, because your organisation hopefully will invest in you being able to go on this course. You need to then be able to demonstrate how you can actually bring that value back to the business, and it really does set you up to show that.
Yeah, great. Excellent. We've also had really good feedback on the fact that the assessment actually looks at you applying those skills after the program, which I think is a really key part as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, and so that leads me on to my next question, which I kind of think is the most important thing about the whole program, which is how have you applied your Agile HR skills and knowledge since the program?
So I've applied it in a number of ways. I think probably the most poignant one for us was actually the creation of the global people teams backlog and roadmap. And this was created during an offsite, which actually happened about 3 weeks after the course. So one of the light bulb moments for me during the course was the fact that actually HR is no longer the expert. And we can't just kind of step out the ivory tower and start telling people how they should be doing things. We've got to move to this kind of model where we're the facilitators of success. We're not the dictators of best practice. And it made me realise that the offsite we were having in 3 weeks' time shouldn't be about us getting together in a room, not letting anyone else in, and deciding the fate of the business. It should be about us going out to the business, using the test and learn mentality, putting some sort of pilot things out there and seeing actually what they wanted from us, and really using the expertise that's out there rather than assuming we know best. So the first piece that I used it for when I came out of that was to actually completely reorganise the offsites using the Agile methodologies, and also linked it in with a little bit of design thinking. Mm-hmm. And we did some reprogramming with the group around how to build a backlog, sizing, user stories. And we used that to actually create our, I think we had 93 user stories on our backlog. And we weren't saying that it was our strategy for the year. We were saying this is just the things we have to work through.
Yeah.
And we set up a quarterly cadence to actually start addressing those user stories and work through them. And from that, we've then managed to get the buy-in of the senior leadership team. We're being used as the use case in the organisation for being able to join a team up in a way that meets the needs of the business, is flexible enough, and without hiring in a sort of an over person at the global level. Which is absolutely fantastic, because as an organisation, we really push collaboration and to be able to hold ourselves up as the people team to say, look, we can do it.
Yeah.
And we've used your methodologies that you use and we've brought them in is exceptional. And just to talk about some of the things that we've actually managed to achieve, we've built a global performance development program. We've harmonised the onboarding across all the studios, which we've now entered in for an award. We have the roadmap. We've done a training program, an internal training program that covers all of the studios. And we've started to share all of our best practice now. So the next things we're working on are things like title alignment and career pathways. But all of this is done at this global level, but from everybody in all the different offices. So it's really great.
Yeah, no, that's fantastic. And I love your line to what facilitate success, not best practice. That's great. That one. Alrighty. And just to wrap us up, if someone was thinking, another HR leader was considering doing the program, what would be your advice to them?
To attend. There's already a number of leaders in my network that I've either presented the information that we've put together from the global roadmap and talked to them about Agile HR, and I've recommended that they then go ahead and do the program. I would say if they were going to go ahead and do it, they need to put the business case together for their organisation and have a real think about the initiatives that they could apply Agile to before they go on the program, because that really does help them bring it into reality when you can actually discuss those real challenges you're going through.
Yeah, no, I think that's great advice, because it is very much about applying immediately after you attend the program. Yeah, excellent. Thank you so much for your time today, Kate. That was really fantastic. And just a bit of background, Kate did the main program, which is the Agile HR Certified Practitioner. And that's a 2-day face-to-face workshop, followed by the assessment for the certificate, which is about applying your skills back in the workplace. We also have a 1-day foundations program if you just want to get your head around the basics to begin with. All the information on our programs, dates, locations are all on our website at www.agilehrcommunity.com. And that's where you can also send me a message or my co-founder, Rena Hellstrom, if you want to chat more about Agile HR. Thank you for watching. Cheers.